Now, we say Sadiq about the fact that I didn't know this accord they didn't be money. Or can be and Thomas Sumi. Or saying that you know your surface discussions. And for me, I think that's disrespectful. Say why you BB? Now a section of the industry said, yeah. We don't think say and so yeah, don't come and tell us say industry no per surface discussion and I say per surface topics. What does it mean? So when I deep thinker. When industry and I said and I say what the about topics are what the names. No. He must apologize for some comments when he say industry per surface discussion.
Yeah, because I mean sometimes we have a surface discussion. Why should I apologize for saying the obvious?
Disrespectful.
It's not.
No,
it is not. It's a fact.
Let me tell you.
Arnold, it's not. It's a fact. You know it. It's a fact.
No.
It is not.
You do not
for me, I'm actually expecting. I was waiting for you to actually go
I'll get there. I'll get there.
In detail.
No. I'll get there. I'll get there.
To actually even get
but because
it's a fact that we have in the surface conversation.
A disrespectful comment into Nyaboche say what's the industry yeah surface discussions going to have. You are part of the industry.
No, don't misconstrue it.
I think that's what you said.
There's a tendency for us to kind of have surface discussions.
But
it's a fact that it's a fact. But Arnold, this is not a fact.
Let's surface discussion.
Industry, deep thinkers, go deep into
that's
analyzing related.
That's a word. No, that's a word. I said surface. Don't say deep thinkers and all of those. That's your word. You use it. You said no. You know why I'm talking about this? This is not the first time I've actually had to bemoan some of the conversations has been about.
There's a related topic. To me, I'm not flowing. Also,
that because you are trying to involve me.
No, I'm not involving you. I'm telling you what you said.
Arnold, please.
Said you're kind of wrong. Industry, no, you're surface discussion. Even the matter can you're discussing. I ain't on local industry surface discussion.
Just measuring the minus, but go ahead.
See. Amount for essay or circle the elements na debate na win here. I agree. It was needless. It was not necessary.
Oh, just that?
Relax.
Okay.
Because you see, if you can attest or reject by time or year act, any period after, who was the talk of time? It was him. It was only that moment. That moment was epic to the point where he was not the only one enjoying the shine. 3Music was also enjoying the shine because of what they were able to do. But the center of conversation was Black Sheriff.
It was only Black.
It was a Black Sheriff movement, and I can say elongated for a period. No, see, I already circled the idea today. It was meant for circle there. So what you've done is what dilated our movements now it's been etched in our brains. So the moment you see after that episode, the pictures are flying around with that iconic picture. Yes. Now I know what that means. Now I see that picture, I'm like, we can't originally planned for Sako Day. You've killed that moment. That's what you were not supposed to do. You see, industry practice. So, songwriters, Logic is a songwriter. There are some songs via songwriters, trauma, original artists, but they don't get to perform the song. Yeah. They don't come out as soon as a new release and say, I'm Neo. This song I'm Umbrella and it was originally for Mary J. Blige and I ran out to. No!
Don't disclose it.
You don't disclose it immediately. Rihanna released Umbrella. Maybe 2 years, 5 years, you are watching the award because this song was originally written for. And you enjoy movements in the don't kill that movement now. A Black Sheriff movement with the psycho element.
That's why it's factual.
What is I'm factual? I'm not telling you. I'm also saying I'm factual.
Look. Listen. There are a number of songs. The moment the songs come, Logic is there. When it's published, immediately when the song come out, you will know.
But it's not public.
No. Listen, there's ghostwriting. You said songwriting.
Relax. I'm not talking about songwriting.
But you said
about the fact that
you said you indicated songwriting.
Relax.
But go ahead.
Relax.
It's right.
Say me as a songwriter.
Then I agree that the analogy you used was bad. Was wrong.
It was not bad.
Because you said songwriter, and I'm saying to you that the song is published, the credits are attached.
It's not
anybody will know about it.
No, the credits are attached, but it's not publicly announced
that it was originally.
You know what publishing is? Are you guys joking here? Do you know what publishing is?
We are not talking about.
Do you know what it means to be published? I don't know. That's serious. I am telling you,
I'm giving you a typical example.
Do you know what it means to be published?
It's not about
public. It's out there. Anybody can find the information.
I don't think he's talking about the publication.
I'm not talking about publishing. I'm not talking about songwriting. I'm using a classic example. Says our issue about coming to review backroom staff and kind of yeah we industry no but yeah and I mean more example say for example the song Umbrella was written by Neo. It was written by whoever. It was originally for Mary J. Blige and Eddie Mariana, but your choice in one about the moment it was really said, oh, this song was originally for. That's what I'm telling you. So you coming out, what kill it, what died to sound movement? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You also say
could you agree?
So
if I ask a simple question, you've just gone around in circles.
How am I going wrong?
Use wrong analogies.
How am I
trying to get me to
but you get the point. The point is
I don't get his point. That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to get it. I don't really care if you get it or not. The point is, see.
So you also, I also do not get it. I also do not care.
When your time.
But she's indulging me now.
She's not indulging me.
Okay, so when you're done.
The fact that why your events, why your projects, now a few industry persons and even general populace be akabi. So action where we do not if you can't come and sit and tell me say industry per surface conversations. What do you mean? Just because people are criticizing you for a certain action? Come on. Sometimes you're open for. You understand criticism? So because you know, I did where feel can just say, say what got to 90 no move. Don't come and tell they say industry per service discussions. What are you talking about?
Okay, so it's done. So the point I'm trying to make is that you want to use an analogy and use somebody's timeline to compare to my. I
still think I know. You didn't understand the surface discussion. That's what I think.
Relax, I'm coming there. You use somebody's timeline. You said that. That's why I said that I'm not conventional. I am not conventional. Somebody can do something and determine a certain timeline, but we will probably do it and put out the behind the scenes the BTS
that's what you're trying to say.
Immediately, and from the BTS you probably understand the timeline of releasing whatever content we produce is up to us and whatever feedback that we want or whatever intended impact that we want. In the same way you say you do not care, it's my business as well not to necessarily care about what you think about my project timelines. After the project, there was, how did this come about? I'm coming. There was a detailed, relax. No, I'm saying you said you don't care about my sentiments about
no, about what I was saying.
There was a detailed interview with Abeku. We're having conversation. That particular conversation was deeper. Anybody that I listened to Peace FM, for instance, when they are taking it and serialized various different parts of the interview, and it gave different angles. I had a conversation, a very unusual conversation on sponsorship. People do not have that. It was a tell-it-all kind of. How did Abeku get me in? Abeku did not get me in on the show on the Monday. He's here to come and necessarily talk about 3Music also. He was to pick my mind about a number of things, and then we weighed in. But we already agreed that this is going to be a much more detailed one, more or less like a BTS of what has happened. So look, his view is that for anybody, Arnold's view is that yes, the thing you said is fine. Should have come belatedly. Even if I come in a year, 2, 3, you are still going to have people that were going to actually have reservations about it coming at all or not. That's why I asked the question. Still, Arnold and me, like I said, I asked a lot of questions. Arnold hasn't justified why it is wrong. He only gave an issue of timeline. How do you use somebody's time? And I even said to you that the analogy you use on timeline, it was wrong. Because anybody, he's a songwriter, he knows. When the song in the more mature market, in the way it is done, when you publish it immediately, you indicate the songwriters. There are 2 reasons why. I'm coming. I know there are 2 reasons why. You're not the superior of all knowledge. You know that. No, I understand some of these things more. Listen, and relax, calm down. I'm saying that. And so the analogy you use in the same way, you are wrong.
It is not wrong.
You are wrong. Publishing is publishing. You are wrong. You didn't admit that analogy was wrong in your explanation of that. In fact, indeed, after now, you've only said that the more reason why it is wrong in the way it's happening is because of the issue of a timeline. If you had your way, maybe 2 months or 3 months after, would that still have changed the fact that we still publish the fact that initially when we thought about it, this is it. He's here. We've had that conversations.
Can I break that?
So I don't get Arnold's view about it. You've gone around in circles and you don't really pointed out why it's wrong.
Then you are not listening.
I listen to you. Everybody listen to you.
You are not.
I know. Baba Pacho Muntiemi.
Yes, still.
Say Black Sheriff enyum eye Kwaku the Traveler. Ye tie enyum ni yie pa na ye tie ase a. You can blame me Baba. Na Arnold nso enkyere Baba nso enkyere se me pese me ko detail. Ewi ase. Obiara na adwen any obiara ne said your person oye na ade
sir
waye na ade
ti
ya bon komo ya bon komo no ya twetwe nkomo fa ne ma bebre hu I mean, Shatakradi Bemu,
it was detailed.
Boom,
marketing, a lot of things.
Sponsorship, money, headline sponsor, any idea. Or can say some of the companies in the epic kickback. Okay, what is some of the companies in the epic kickback? Say a bemawa. Just on my
and these are the usual conversations.
We went, you know,
usual conversations.
Say. I get
sorry before you go on. Even gave a caveat when we started. I said that I was going to remember in the audio. I said that I was going to go into many parts that I know a lot of industry do not really like us to go into. But for the purpose of this conversation, I think that it was important. Say we're going to do that. The audio is there. And then somebody going to clarify and said that the stage was built. No. There was an idea which we found wherever
the Arnold Ekase Nanka and say Baba Ekase no yes
I'm just about to say it's just a timeline
who said
it took the assignment out of the way
I just said within the
concept
but what I said is wrong
na Black Sheriff concept name na tie we are event organizer now we organize event na put resources your industry it is growing but market no small upesika ye niema ede na ope artist support here artist on beboa ama event na koso na wonya what you say me about condemn artists who were duly invited notified omo amba me be condemn yes, so you need to compare. I mean,
but if they showed up, they would have been there for another 3 hours.
Please, you know the can't want some. Let's move on. T, yeah, person supporting industry. Why never support your mind? Or catch how or engage the success, music about it. And yet, omo kaya, a Baidoo pointer. Anye. No, say beginning ko aboma nka se bia ye mba so me wo event bi me ye say me decide and all that. Look, Arnold, we are one of the big pillars and voices in the industry. I think you should rather go behind and find out why he said that. Na why na you to be protecting your industry because since you are seriously.
No, but
can he was
apology. Arnold, he was also the apology. Waka. Or say,
why was it needless?
Oyema Sarkodie.
Yes.
And a Sarkodie last minute.
Yes.
Almost your momba. And or the man, Black Sheriff.
But was it necessary?
And that was necessary.
But which determines why it's necessary or not? Why is it necessary?
Which artist?
Why is it needless?
No, artists, event microphone. Has any artist come up with any concept that even the event organizers can afford? This is an event organizer who has created a concept for you and the artist.
Fine.
Now, say me per artist, maybe person me bibia, and then prove your chest. Ghana, we are getting there.
Yes.
That we can prove to the world. No, me no support. No, I can't. Was it necessary? It is necessary for him as an investor, someone who has put his money, his resources, sleepless nights that he went to put that event. Now, support from industry. No. Let's stop pleasing people. Let's stop pleasing people. You are businessman. Who put you see cash event? Now, support.
But you see,
whether it's necessary or unnecessary. He has said it. Please
calm down. Thank you.
Part of the thing that I just needed to say is that I get it that sometimes as industry we can pass off our own conventions. That's why I ask a lot of questions. So far, nobody here has been able to say why something was needless or necessary. Nobody. I'll give another chance again just to convince us that.
Why would you
so I'll give you the chance. So no, so you don't need to go far. Just say.
I don't need to explain myself.
But why do you go there in the first place? You go there when you're explained. I've explained. Arnold, you've never explained anything. Give the details of why something was needed.
The discerning person also my explanation as to why I feel say together with a lot of people who was the same mindset. No, it was needless. It was not necessary. What's say business or businessman? Is that the conversation you're having?
No, it's not.
So what's this unnecessary talk about? And
is it not business?
No, but
you're saying that's not what we are discussing. Conversation we are having.
Are you telling me say yeah exactly?
How can you take the business out of it?
Couple keep quiet. Or with all due respect. Conversation. Are you telling me say yeah recognizing the effort of 3Music Awards and Sadiq? Are you telling me say over the period your man as industry your man the necessary support and so why are you going about? And that's not what we are talking about.
You are saying boss. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. You see, if it's unnecessary no.
Arnold and Kasemi, me power chow.
You don't determine whether it's necessary or unnecessary.
Talking about.
So who determines?
Wait.
I'm not here Nadia. No, did we access my?
You are industry group.
We have a right to have an opinion.
You are a guest. You are a pandit in the KK on. 3Music Awards, every project Sadiq baby and entertainment industry is subject to discussion. That's why we are sitting here.
You are asking him. It's necessary. I don't say you're necessary, man. Yes, so it's necessary for you. It's necessary for him.
My point is wait. I'm not a decision maker, right? Or any project within the circles of entertainment industry in Ghana. We're taking a decision. We are, you better not see any idea and discuss it.
It's justified.
Don't come and tell me, say, because Sawaka saying yes, we didn't discuss it. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying we shouldn't discuss it. I just say we shouldn't discuss it because yeah, but don't say move on. Yeah, but don't tell me say business and the support. Who's catch me say I dey into not say again. Makasa. I dey into not be what the necessary so Kasa. At some kind, especially a sentiment over which we do all the time. Including you. I say you so what you talking about? So what are you talking about? You're not drain. On being conventional. See, Asamoah, which is why people on being say industry. Yeah, what trying to say? Oh, no, said you are drain. No, that he's organizing the music awards. What again? It's subject to scrutiny. It won't stop it from what? So not trying to say. It will not stop it. It will not stop it. It will not stop us. You discuss. So you also speak is why not say that
please.
If you are paying me so much
on your wrong.
Okay,
that's your belief. Yes, so stick to it. But
Arnold makes a particular point. I mean, when I sit here, often when I sit on entertainment shows, I almost wear two hats. It depends, depending on who you are or my background, and I'll explain them before I come to say what I want to say. I've had people, for instance, that says to me that, as the leader of the team here, you shouldn't do ABCD. And I ask why. Often I realize that, they will point to a convention that, have you seen, for instance, like Yola doing ABC? I'm like, I understand. But then again, there's a concept of what you call advocate CEOs. But if I'm actually in that line as well, that's not conventional with your space. Or that's not convention. Elon Musk is an advocate CEO. In fact, Samens of City is more like an advocate CEO. He will do the things that ordinarily you wouldn't expect your space to be, but it may not be wrong. Samens actually tweeting and having banters on social media. That's not necessarily that by your convention is wrong. It may not be wrong. Again, Arnold makes a point that we do things and scrutinize. I scrutinize things. I'm open for scrutiny. But again, wearing two hats as somebody in the industry and everything, when you bring the scrutiny, sometimes I'm in this thing to ask questions. But I get it that we as industry people as well, when you raise the scrutiny and you are pointed out and your thinking or your opinion is challenged, we kind of feel very brash about it. And I ask a simple question. I ask again, why? You say needless. You say unnecessary. Why? You say, timeline. So it's a matter of our timeline that, you know what? This week, it shouldn't have come in within that week. Beyond that, do you know what we've been doing together with me, him, and all the other acts, right? To amplify not only the performance, but his song and himself. So that's why I'm saying that sometimes let's not look at things from a surface perspective. Look, and another part, let me go there. Let me justify that thing. And this is the up-thing time I've said it. Is it not a fact that your industry narratives consistently are very, very surface conversations? To a point where consistent, in most times when you out of character go into deeper, more thought leadership driven conversations, you get surprised. People say, hey Charlie, hey, your industry be about this, about that.
Shatawale Mwasem. Person share me say because you discuss Shatawale if you order asem. Anything I need theater sana. Anything I buy so be see theater sama you won't see no. Because you discuss Shatawale any if you order asem anything. Copyright court I say be see mine anything you see. Come on. Yeah, elevate your thinking look akra.
You mean you agree with me that the conversation should be elevated? Deep thinking. But you see,
no, and this is what I know. This is what I know. Elevate more thinking, no. Say, yes, me come on, say elevate it. Okay. Men, change say, I the industry, no.
You see, I'm not taking offense on that, but anyway, let me say something. You know what Arnold did? What Arnold did was that. What Arnold has done is not to dismiss the factual statement I made about the industry regarding something. Oh, no. What you did was just to justify and say that.
I'm not justifying.
No, relax.
No, you are relax. You are creating a certain impression. And you said it. It's not even you are not creating. You okay. Said because of certain discussions being in policymakers saying for service. So what? And you're no correct. Said because I'm discussing a few don't now. Yes, yeah, policy be mine. What? That's not true. And I'm giving an example. So other industries come develop saying more than we do. So don't create a certain mindset say, because yes, surface discussions need to and I say need to me having a debate with policymakers. That's not true.
When was the last deep level conversation you were involved in an industry on any platform? When was the last one? When was the last one? So you see, like I said, let me just land on that.
When I person when I person the deputy minister and I person minister. The best support too. Why? The best support too.
Is it